Have you ever wondered how some kids become billionaires at such a young age? It seems almost impossible, doesn't it? Well, get ready to be amazed as we take a look at the top 5 youngest billionaires in the world right now. Number 5. Gustav Eriksson, $3.2 billion. Kicking off our list of the planet's wealthiest juveniles is 28-year-old Norwegian Herr Gustav Eriksson, with a cool $3.2 billion net worth. Eriksson's father was a shipping and logistics mogul who made him the principal shareholder of their family company, Eriksson Group, back in 2013 for tax planning purposes. While many millennial heirs prefer to live off their inheritances, Gustav has taken an active role in the company's operations for over a decade. Starting by working the docks as a regular employee after school, he gained first-hand experience before being entrusted with bigger responsibilities. Today, Eriksson Group is one of the largest shipping conglomerates in Scandinavia, with a fleet of over 80 cargo vessels transporting goods worldwide. The company also has major stakes in logistics parks, real estate, and offshore engineering firms. At just 28 years old, Gustav captains a ship that's earning him over $175 million per year in dividends alone. Despite his massive wealth, Gustav isn't one to flaunt it excessively. He splits his time between Oslo and the family's seaside estate, preferring low-key luxuries like his $20 million yacht and $50 million Gulfstream private jet. Number 4. Wang Shihan, $6.8 billion. Our fourth spot goes to 26-year-old Chinese Herr Wang Shihan, worth an incredible $6.8 billion, making him one of the youngest female billionaires in the world. Shihan's great-grandfather founded Anhui Conch Group back in 1997, which has since grown into one of the largest cement and construction materials companies in China. Upon the passing of her grandfather in 2021, Shihan controversially inherited a 35% stake in the $45 billion public company at the tender age of 24. Her good fortune stirred up resentment in some circles, with critics arguing she didn't earn her riches through hard work. However, Shihan had spent her college years interning at Conch's various subsidiaries, gaining first-hand experience in construction, logistics, and manufacturing. After graduating, she quickly rose through the ranks to become the company's youngest-ever regional director, overseeing thousands of employees. Despite her youth, Shihan has fiercely guarded her privacy and avoids the limelight. Little is known about her personal life and hobbies beyond an affinity for thoroughbred horse racing and high-end fashion labels like Hermes and Chanel. However, she has begun taking on a more public role in guiding Conch's future through sustainability initiatives and overseas expansion into Southeast Asia and Africa. Number 3. Patrick and John Collison, $10 billion each. Our third position is occupied by the dynamic billionaire duo of Patrick and John Collison, the Irish co-founders of hugely successful fintech giant Stripe. Despite being just 34 and 32 years old respectively in 2024, each brother has amassed a stunning $10 billion fortune. The Collison brothers first tasted entrepreneurial success back in 2007 when they sold their eBay software startup AutoDeal for $5 million after John dropped out of Harvard. Not resting on their laurels, in 2010 they started Stripe, a game-changing online payment processing platform that quickly gained popularity amongst web developers and e-commerce sites. What set Stripe apart was its beautifully simple API and tool set that made it infinitely easier to integrate payment functionality into websites and apps. Its slick user experience, transparent pricing model, and robust global capabilities allowed it to rapidly outshine clunky incumbents like PayPal. By 2016, Stripe was a bona fide unicorn, valued at over $9 billion after major funding rounds led by investors like Sequoia and Andreessen Horowitz. The company's soaring growth and profits during the e-commerce boom of the pandemic years turbocharged its valuation even further to an incredible $95 billion as of early 2024. Though still in their early 30s, the Collison brothers have established themselves as legends in both the European and Silicon Valley tech scenes. They split their time between San Francisco and Ireland, where they indulge passions for top-tier golf, Michelin-starred dining, and collecting multi-million-dollar contemporary artworks. With Stripe poised for an IPO that could value it at over $150 billion, Their combined net worth is likely just a start. Number 2. Alexandra and Katharina Andreessen, $13 billion each. Moving up to the second spot, we have the fabulously wealthy Andreessen sisters of Norway, 30-year-old Alexandra and 28-year-old Katharina. Thanks to inheriting a whopping 42% stake each in their family's centuries-old privately held investment company, Ferd, these two lucky ladies are worth a staggering $13 billion apiece. The source of the Andreessen sisters' incredible fortune dates back to the 19th century when their ancestors first established Ferd as a tobacco firm. Over generations, the company diversified into an array of industries like real estate, finance, and manufacturing. Major assets today include large ownership stakes in resource companies like Avantor and Aker Biomarine. When their father Johan transferred the bulk of Ferd's ownership to Alexandra and Katharina in their 20s, it transformed them into two of the youngest and wealthiest heirs in the world overnight. The shocking windfall made global headlines and stirred up controversy in Norway over dynastic wealth consolidation. While the sisters have kept a relatively low profile since then, they are known to indulge extravagantly in their equestrian passions. Alexandra has competed professionally in prestigious dressage events, owning stables of million-dollar horses. Katharina prefers downhill skiing at the family's lavish Swiss chalets. Number 1. Mark Mateschitz, $47 billion. And finally, the youngest billionaire on the planet in 2024 is none other than 30-year-old Austrian heir Mark Mateschitz, worth an incredible $47 billion. His story is one of being the ultimate lucky sperm, born into one of the wealthiest families on Earth. In 2022, Mark's father, Dietrich Mateschitz, tragically passed away, bequeathing his only son the controlling 49% stake in the Red Bull energy drink empire he co-founded in 1984, with estimated annual revenues of over $11 billion from selling 9.8 billion cans of its iconic beverage across the globe. Red Bull has cemented itself as one of the most valuable brands and beverage companies in the world. In an instant, Mark went from being a relatively normal 29-year-old to the youngest billionaire on the planet. Prior to his life-changing inheritance, little was known about the identity of Dietrich's son and heir apparent. Mark appeared to live a life of luxury befitting a future billionaire, splitting his time between family homes in Austria, Dubai, and Hawaii. However, he maintained an exceptionally low profile, without any visible roles or responsibilities at Red Bull. That all changed after Dietrich's passing, as Mark assumed the mantle of Red Bull's chief executive and majority owner overnight in late 2022. He immediately shook up the company's leadership, ushering in a new generation of younger executives aimed at connecting with Red Bull's core demographic. In his first few months at the helm, Mark has already put his stamp on the iconic brand's marketing and product portfolio. This includes a new line of wellness beverages infused with healthy ingredients like yerba mate and exotic fruit extracts aimed at rivaling emerging upstarts like Olipop and Poppi. Despite holding the keys to one of the most valuable product empires on the planet, Mark still carries the trappings of your typical ultra-wealthy millennial heir. He tools around Miami and the Caribbean in his squadron of customized Lamborghini hypercars and a couple of 100-foot super yachts. His main residence is a sprawling $200 million waterfront estate on Indian Creek Island, Miami's ultra-exclusive Billionaire's Bunker. However, he is currently overseeing the construction of an even more lavish $500 million ultra-modern beach mansion and private marina in Palm Beach to serve as his future family compound. At just 30 years old, Mateschitz represents the latest generation of billionaire beverage heirs like the Hindujas Bombay Sapphire Gin or the Olayan Clan Pepsi distribution. With Red Bull's global dominance showing no signs of slowing, his current $47 billion net worth is likely just the start of a multi-generational fortune that will last lifetimes. There you have it, folks, the top 5 youngest billionaires on the planet right now. From inheriting decades-old family businesses to starting tech unicorns from their dorm rooms, these ultra-wealthy youngsters have defied convention to join the 3 Comma Club well before their 30s. Who knows, maybe one day you could emulate their success and make this list too. But for now, be sure to like this video, Share it with your friends and subscribe to our channel for more amazing top lists and mind-blowing facts. Thanks for watching.